Get over here and head bob. You do it better. Head bob.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, we started on time. Actually, kind of on time, but we're day early, on time, right?
Day early. So
Day
we're on
early,
time.
yep.
You're a day
So yeah,
early,
we're
you're on time.
23
24,
hours
yeah.
and 45 minutes early, right?
Very early.
Anyway, we are the Pivot. We are brought to you by Vast Bank. We're here at Crybaby Hill Studio. We are breaking down DraftKings DFS lineups for you, and we're building one, and we've been having some success. And welcome, guys. How are you?
Good.
How's everybody feeling? Good?
Feeling real good.
Yeah. First segment is always hindsight 2020, and I think we're eager to get there because we had another good week, correct?
We did. We had a very good week. I mean, it's, not the best week, but like real pretty good.
Fourth
Right.
and fifth in Rays
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
Fourth
yeah.
or fifth? Yeah, one of those.
I think we were fourth.
No,
Yeah.
I think you got fourth and fifth.
I think I got six.
Oh,
yeah.
you got,
Yeah, fourth and sixth.
Fourth and sixth, yep.
And I think we've done a little bit of math here, and we tinkered with the standings, and we think we're going to be fourth place,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
Like 12 out, third,
Like I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 10 points and 18 points out from second and third.
and then 60.
Like 60-something for first.
So basically, it's still open for anybody to win. We can
Yeah.
get caught from behind very easily, and we can
That's not going to happen.
we can catch them very easily. It comes down to this, right? Like, I mean, some people, it's like the playoffs. Some people have eliminated themselves from contention,
Yep.
and some people are still in it, and we're still in it.
We're
right?
still in it.
That's all
There's
you
a
want.
chance.
I will say, if you listened to the show last week and you liked some of our picks, paid them, you might have won $1 million.
Yeah. I
you,
mean,
you might have.
Literally.
that's why we want a Sunday show too. That's my goal for next week because
Yep.
there's a lot of good plays given out between 11:30 noon by the Juice. Like, he says a lot of names that don't necessarily get into our show lineup.
Yeah, we didn't even get a chance
They
to
get
talk
it.
about Patterson for Washington.
Patterson,
Yeah,
he and I both
well,
talked
you were on
about,
Patterson.
and Barrios we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot. So I look forward to hopefully next year we will be able to pull that off, and that we have the 30-minute quick before snap show because a lot of good play, a lot of information comes out right then, and there's a lot of good plays that are made. But anyway, proud of you guys. You guys, we put up some lineups, right? We've caught up. We had a little mid show where Juice got COVID and things, and we've ironed it out, and we got back together. We're without Emmy again, we should say.
Yep.
But
I think Omicron's inspired us.
yeah, we've able to kind of wave through some of this and get to it. I feel like this last week is a week where you can separate yourself a little bit because I think there more information leads to better plays. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice is going to be telling us which games matter here at some point. That's going to be the big part about this week. Is there's obviously, you guys know this. We're not telling you anything, but there's going to be games that don't really matter, and there's games that do matter, and that will correlate to fantasy, obviously, and hopefully our lineup's stacked with players that are going to matter this week.
Yeah.
And
May I
hopefully,
say something real quick, Matt?
please do.
So this week is week 18.
Correct. Thank you.
Which
I
has
did say that.
never occurred before.
Yep.
For the regular season in the NFL. So right off the bat, we're in uncharted territory, right?
Right.
But on top of that, like, we've got to really just know like which games even matter because there will be so many players not really getting full run, maybe even sitting. This is like an NBA slate, really.
Yeah,
in
that's what I was about
NFL.
to say. Is it
I
feels
mean,
like
really it is.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the NBA this
It
week.
feels like an NBA slate 2020, right?
Right.
Like, because that was a whole new world of fantasy when you started adding COVID and protocol, because guys aren't necessarily sick, but they had interaction. Who's going to be allowed to play? Who's not? We're seeing it here in Tulsa with judges. I had a conversation with a judge where he thought he wasn't going to be able to work for 5 days, and they called him, and the doctor said he's been cleared to go to work. Yeah, just Anyway, we're seeing it all over the place. The NFL certainly you see it a lot because they test daily, and when you're testing daily, you're going to get a lot of positive. Anyway, we don't need to go to all that, but I think we have that information. I think we're going to be able to put that puzzle together for you this week, week 18, the last episode of the Pivot for season 2, and hopefully we're going to. I mean, we can win it. If not, I mean, top 3 is the goal every year. There's a lot of variance in fantasy, so top 3 to me. But anyway, I'm excited. This is excited for this week than any week yet so far.
Yeah.
I guess that's the goal, right?
excited to win. Excited for us to do it.
Hey, Juice.
You get high?
Yeah.
I don't get high.
Okay. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. People
Anyway, That's going to be the last time this button is ever going to be on this show. So I thought I would.
We still got like
You gave
50
me no
minutes.
warning about this.
I thought you demanded it gone. So I have ordered it gone for next year. But so I thought I would use it this year. But let's.
Ever since the big cat or whatever, Sammy the cat came on and messaged us in the chat, I've liked that little soundbite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
it
when
was
you,
for Sammy the cat.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a great name.
Yeah.
I
I hope he's watching.
so
Or she.
yeah.
so
And
I
it might be a
think
cat.
we're gonna have a variation of our 50-cent pieces because we're gonna have 50-cent pieces that matter, right?
Right.
So is it that time of week?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit 50 cents.
Do you want to talk any more about our old team? We didn't talk about the Millie Maker. I'm so excited to get into this week's lineup. We didn't go over the Millie Maker. We didn't go really over
Let's
our
go
lineup.
We haven't
over.
gone over projected ownership. We haven't gone over Millie
Well, we
Maker.
do that after 50-cent pieces.
Okay.
Yeah, we do
All right,
guess
let's do
the
the Millie
chalk.
Maker real quick. Last week, I bet you guys guessed the quarterback that was there. It was Joe Burrow.
Okay, so Joe Burrow and Chase were in the lineup.
Yep, Joe Burrow, Sony Michael or Michelle.
I played him.
Daryl. I can't
Played
remember
him.
which one.
Daryl Williams.
Daryl Williams, Chase, Brandon Cooks, Barrios,
Played him.
Gronkowski,
Didn't play him. I've
Wash-
never.
the Washington Patterson running back, and then the Bears.
Nice.
And they scored 250 points. I
Oh,
had a
wow.
lineup that got 211.
I
That was
did. I
close.
saw that live. That was a great lineup.
Yeah.
Good job. Hold on. Good job.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Did you properly tell Jared how good he did?
I mean, not properly, but
That's what I feel like. It wasn't proper.
properly. You did a very good lineup.
Oh yeah.
In hindsight, 2020, I threatened to talk about this, but I skipped over the fact that the whole the Antonio Brown thing, if we want to discuss it in relations to fantasy. There was a text that went out right before kickoff last week that somebody in this group wore that he had got some information that maybe there was a disagreement on whether Antonio Brown was actually injured or not, and that was Antonio Brown arguing with the team as to whether he was injured or not. Anyway, he was a great play. We played him. There was a lot of good pivots off of that price point, unfortunately, but we finished fourth, and
We
that's
did.
what that will be the focus.
I think we're
But I
better
just
in the
want to
league.
I just want you guys to picture me watching Antonio Brown running off the sideline naked after providing that information. Could I feel more right? Can you feel more right? Could he have done something? What else could he have done to make me feel more right about the information?
He probably
I'd
could have
gotten?
taken off his pants too.
Yeah.
But was your
Taking a dump
reaction
on-
like my reaction,
Could
Juice?
have
Were
taken
you,
a dump on the Bucks logo.
when you
That's
saw
the
him-
only thing you didn't do.
was your reaction like my reaction when you saw him half naked? Were you like, "Whoa, bro, get in the locker room, get your clothes on. We need some points here." Well, you only got 5. We got you scheduled for about 25, so you need to get back in the game somehow. Were you in your mind playing out scenarios how he might actually get back in the game despite being half dressed?
No, I've got a little chair, and I can look straight onto the TV. And when I saw him with the shirt off, I started looking here. I started looking there. I started looking under the coffee table. Like, is anybody seeing this?
Right.
crap?
I'm like, this
what
is
the
bad
hell
for
is
us.
This guy doing? Like, what in the world?
We
is
had
he
him in a
doing?
lot of lineups, so I was like, this is bad for us.
He's still got 6.
I wasn't worried about the guy's mental health. I wasn't worried about whether he'd ever play again. I was
Right.
trying to figure out how he was going to be in the second half
His mental
somehow.
health was nowhere on my
Yes,
radar.
unfortunately, I will be vain enough to admit that I was like, okay, how's this guy going to play in the second half? Like, is there a shirt that we can get him in?
My thought was immediate was, well, he's done.
And then they post a picture of him Ubering home. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, this is even a worse sign. I am starting to think. At
maybe
that point, I was starting to think maybe we're capped at 5 points in that position. I wasn't certain. But
Maybe
I-
the Uber's going to drive him back to the field.
Maybe he's just got to get something from home. He's going home to get a shirt. He'll be back for the second half.
Yeah, can you imagine if we were Uber drivers that day
Yeah.
and we get a text to pick up a guy at the stadium and we look and it's Antonio Brown. He's in our lineup. I'd be like, mother.
No, I would have
get
been coming
back
as
out
fucking
there
hype
and
man,
get-
right? I would have been as bro,
Dude,
what are we doing here, bro?
legend,
Bro,
legend.
come on,
You're
bro.
out there.
We got this.
One half.
Here, let me get you a shirt. Let's get you a shirt.
Get you a pivot shirt, whatever.
I'm a lawyer. We'll go back. I'm gonna talk. No, let me talk to Bruce. I got this. We're gonna get this done, bro. We need about 15. Okay, we need about 15 more.
It's just unbelievable.
But it's hilarious. how you can correlate anything to fantasy, right? Like the guy's literally having a mental health meltdown, and I'm like, "Whoa, get back in!"
Get back in there.
Like anyway,
Still need
it was a
points.
fun week. We've had fun weeks because we've been at the top. Like we start off at the top and we stay at the top, right? And that's fun weeks.
I feel like you're bearing the lead a little bit.
What's
though.
the lead?
The
The
lead
Antonio.
was that we were this close to getting on Burrow last week.
We did argue on the
that,
show.
that
We
was
did.
that was option 1B for us.
Right.
Yep.
And the dream was the question was, did we get to a double stack? What is the triple stack called? I've already
Onslaught.
Onslaught stack.
I wish we still named shows because back
I mean,
when we
with
were
his-
naming
with his
shows.
Penny, with JMJ's penny take and everything, we could have literally had the nuts lineup last
Yeah,
week.
we were
could've-
close. We were close
yeah.
to the nut. We definitely were close to the
Very
nuts.
close to the nuts.
I like it. Let's get close to the nuts this week.
do it.
Let's do it. It's
Let's do
harder
it.
this week
Is it harder?
because I don't know who exactly is playing. I guess we'll figure it out.
Let's go
who's
through
starting.
that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Are we doing guess
Let's
the
not do
chalk?
projected ownership because I think we really need it.
It's early in the week, right?
Yeah, and we need to talk about this more importantly, like who's got something to play for. So you want me to go through this real quick?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go AFC. Tennessee can clinch a first round bye and home field advantage with Tennessee win or Tennessee tie and Kansas City loss or tie.
Repeat that for me. I got distracted.
So Tennessee can clinch a first round bye and home field advantage.
Which is huge. So
is
they're playing. So
huge.
look, on teams playing for a lot, we need a chalkboard. Teams playing for a lot. Tennessee's on the top of the list. That's a lot.
Also, King Henry
Is
might
back.
be
could
back
And if you
against.
give him an extra week's rest,
right.
that's even better.
Yes. That's
So-
that's a. I mean,
He's only 7,100 against Houston, so if he's healthy and they're playing for something,
there's
don't
no
think that-
chance he plays
There's
this
no
week.
chance. What I'm saying
They
is
say
They're
he
going to
might
rest
win
him.
too.
They're going to win, get
Right.
the bye, and he's coming back.
he could potentially have 2 more weeks of
Yeah.
rest.
There's
before
no
he gets-
chance they're going to bring him back.
No, I agree with Matt. But what I'm saying is, I think they definitely have something to play for.
Yes, Tennessee's on the list of teams we could pick from.
So Kansas City can clinch a first round bye and home field advantage if they win and Tennessee loses.
So Kansas City's on the.
So they've got to win too. They've got something to play for.
are they playing at the same time?
Let's see. Good question. Kansas City.
While you guys do that, I'm just going to press button.
Okay, the Chiefs are in the early game,
Okay.
as
I think everybody's almost early. Right?
are the Titans. So they're playing at the same time.
Awesome.
There was a lot of pivoting of schedule this week.
Yeah. Cincinnati can clinch a first round bye and home field advantage with Cincinnati win and Tennessee loss and Kansas City loss and New England's loss.
Tough correlation to get there, but they're playing Cleveland, who has nothing to play for.
No.
And their quarterback's out.
Buffalo can clinch the AFC East division title with the Buffalo win.
That should be on a list of huge games. That's
Yeah.
going to be huge for Buffalo to win that title.
Conversely, New England is sort of in the same boat, right? If they win and Buffalo loses.
Yeah.
So real fast, actually, Kansas City plays on Saturday at 3:30.
Oh wow.
So they'll
They have to win to be alive.
yeah, but they won't be in our slate, right? Because
No, they won't.
Oh, they won't.
Yeah.
Okay, good
And
call.
neither will
Damn
Dallas
it!
or
I wish we had
Philadelphia.
figured that out until we said guess the chalk. I guess we're not guessing the chalk this week.
I mean, I get to see Patrick Mahomes in our future. So New England can clinch a first round bye, also like same scenario with Buffalo. Indianapolis can clinch a playoff berth with an Indianapolis win, so they've got something to play for,
Ooh.
Indianapolis
or tie,
definitely does.
or a Chargers loss. Same thing with the Chargers. If they win, they're in.
By the way, I want to point out that Jonathan Taylor in the last week of the season went bananas
Yeah.
last year.
He's
Is it a home game?
It's at Jacksonville, but they're playing Jacksonville and they have something to play for.
Okay.
It might as well be a home game.
I have our first.
Loss.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if he's 10K.
He's 9,300.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so he might as well be 10K.
Chargers can clinch a playoff berth with a win or a tie, so they got to win.
Yeah, Chargers definitely have something to play for.
Go ahead and hit the lock button because I think Justin Herbert might be.
That be our quarterback? Yeah.
He might be. He might be.
Burrow playing Cleveland's.
And Eckler against the Raiders.
Yeah. There's a
Gonna
lot.
be good.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun week to pick
Yeah.
pick the pieces.
Vegas can clinch with the Vegas win or a Las Vegas tie and Indianapolis loss. So they definitely have something to play for.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh
Yeah.
has Pittsburgh and Baltimore have something to play for.
Right. They have a
Okay.
chance. They're still alive.
So let's go to the NFC. I think NFC is a little bit more set.
Green Bay has nothing to play for.
Bay-
Take them off your list.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 4 scenarios for the NFC. So the Rams can clinch the NFC West.
That's the big game in the NFC.
With
San
the-
Francisco Rams are the big game in the NFC.
right, with the winner tie. Arizona can clinch the NFC West with the Arizona win and a Rams loss.
And who do they play?
They play. Let's see.
Seattle at
Yeah.
home. That's
Yep,
a good one.
Seattle,
That's
3
a good.
o'clock.
There's going to be a lot of points out of
So
that game.
Seattle can be a play spoiler.
Yep.
They're playing better as of late.
They are playing
DK
better.
looks great.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, DK had
And
a great
Penny.
week. Penny
And-
hasn't really risen in price.
Are we giving
$400.
Jared credit for Penny?
Of course we are. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
he
his
was.
pick.
That was his guy.
He in fact, he really had to sell me on Penny.
I did tell Jared that 5 minutes before kickoff that you announced to me, "Hey, I just want to let you guys. I'm on the Penny train too."
Yeah,
Like,
Made me
I'm
happy.
also a Penny guy.
I
you
mean-
wanted to make sure it was announced before kickoff that you were also on Team Penny.
Yeah, early in the week I was not as high on him, but as the week progressed, I was like,
It
you know
made
what, this
more-
makes more and more,
more
sense.
sense,
So, so thank you for getting us on Penny. Yay.
Yay!
And then San Francisco, obviously with a win.
That's a big one. There's a lot of pieces out of there that you
And
could
then
play.
New Orleans can get in if they win and San Francisco loses.
That gives you something to play for.
It definitely gives you something to play for.
Who does New Orleans play?
They play the Saints. Let's see, where are you, New Orleans?
It's gonna be a conference game, I bet.
Is Garoppolo healthy and back this week? Do we know?
No, I don't think so.
So it's going to be Trey Lance again.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Saints-
49ers and Rams.
Oh
play.
wow, the Saints play Atlanta.
Yeah, they play Atlanta and the 49ers and Rams. One of them's going to, they're going to eliminate one of them.
Yeah.
So they definitely have something to play
Yeah,
for.
the Saints definitely might be the sneaky play.
Yeah. Could be a Kamara week.
It could be a Kamara week, actually. Ooh, Jonathan Taylor Kamara would be hard to.
There's probably going to be a lot of value. I mean, we just got to find it.
Okay, well let's. I hit this earlier. Did we do this? Now that we've done that, did you give us the games where the big points were coming from? Now that we know which teams matter, which games and teams matter are the points? Vegas got the points projected for.
Here's the deal.
This is known as the Juice's 50-cent pieces segment of the.
And I'm just going to keep kind of going back to this. This feels like an NBA sort of playoff slate where defense really matters.
Okay.
So, like, the lines are fairly low. We talked about the Titans, 43, right? That's their game total. The Bengals Browns we talked about. It's 38 points.
I like that game. It's only 38.
38.
Oh wow. Oh my
38
God.
points, and Case Keenum is playing for Cleveland.
Yeah, that game could be ugly early
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
That might be a mixing game.
It could,
Could be a mixing game.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to try and get out of Dodge healthy.
Yeah.
The Colts, Jaguars, 44.5. That's one that matters, right?
Yes, Colts. I think that's a great. I mean, I think Jonathan Taylor's a great play. Obviously,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that's
feel
not
like-
that's
yeah.
not the most out on the limb statement ever,
Mhm.
right? Like, hey, I'm going to go with the number one fantasy player that he's going to have a great week. Okay, keep going. I like it. Where
I mean, let's just cross the football team and Giants completely
What
off
is
the
the-
list of the player.
what about
pool.
the 49ers Rams game? That I don't care what the total is. That's going to be a fantasy point.
So the Saints Falcons is 40.
Wow.
Seahawks Cardinals 48. Chargers Raiders.
That's a good
49
one.
and
That's a
half.
good one. That's a good one.
And then the 49ers and Rams 44.5. So again, I don't think there was a 50-cent piece last week. Back to back, no 50-cent pieces.
None?
None. Zero.
Oh yeah.
Zip.
Wow.
So
I think you pretty much told us where it was, right? Well, I know which games I kind of like, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I've
I
got
think
a-
we're focusing on
a
the
lot.
games we like.
A lot better idea of what I want to do this week after hearing all that.
I don't because my show prep was so lacking. I don't have our segments up, and that's why we've gone back and forth on some. I think the next segment we should do is we should say it's their play. We've discussed this a little bit already, but do we have anybody we just got to lock in the lineup?
Yeah, I've got a couple ideas. I mean, I agree with Jonathan Taylor. I want to get him in there because
I'm kind of leaning Kamara. So
I like Kamara too. I also love Deontay Foreman this week against Houston.
I do like
he's
that.
5,700. He had 26
I
rushing
think,
attempts.
to be honest, I think
last
that's the
week.
lock and load.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna say, if we're going, I think that's value.
Yeah.
Kamara and Taylor sound like a
How much
choice
is
almost.
Foreman, though, this week?
5,700.
Okay.
That's a steal, right?
Yeah, 26 attempts, 132 yards last week, and a touchdown.
We're doing this on Wednesday because we got some
Miami.
some scheduling conflicts this week, so we don't have true ownership.
We have line start.
We have, which again, we have some inaccurate reflection of the possible bill. What is Foreman looking like as far as chalk? We didn't do guess the chalk, so what is he going to be a high? Do we think he's high?
I mean, you want to just real quick do the top 5?
Yep.
Yeah, give us top 5 at each position.
Because we want to start running back or we want to go quarterback?
Let's go quarterback.
Let's do it. Let's do them all.
Okay, so go for it.
Oh, we're going to guess?
Yeah, let's do
Oh,
it.
okay. I like it.
got
Hold on.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got.
I think there's only really 2 games we really need to
I just have court at 1:30, so we'll just watch that. Guess the chalk here. I'm going to go with Stafford.
I'm going to go with Herbert.
Okay, Stafford comes in at 2.
Whoa, me. Herbert.
Number 1. I'm surprised you guys didn't get this.
Okay.
He was our cash play last week.
Hurts. Oh,
Really?
I'm just
Trey
not.
Lance is number 1?
I'm just not a Lance guy.
Am I the only one that watched Trey Lance play last week and just think?
Okay, so we.
Hey, there's no
Ugh.
chance we're playing.
I will
Lance.
take responsibility. Last week we poo-pooed Trey Lance because I said he was 6,800.
Right.
But he was 4,800.
I would have poo-pooed him at 4,800s too. I like.
He
You know.
got there.
You know who was in my lineup right until the last second? Ellinger.
Really? How do you do?
He didn't play.
Oh,
Last
okay.
minute Wentz got out of protocol, so he played. I was ready to roll Sam Ellinger out there,
So
baby.
let me say something. Trey Lance is the most uncomfortable roster.
I'm not playing. We're not playing him in the show line. It's too much variance.
No. But I'm just saying, like in cash games, he makes a lot of sense.
Okay, I'll look forward to him being sent this Sunday. It always makes my heart jump.
He did. He got 20 fantasy points, but
He does it.
What
It's
more
the
do you
most
want? It's
gross-looking
4X.
20 points you've ever seen in your life.
it was really gross looking.
He
He
makes-
looked terrible.
He truly makes
does.
Jalen Hurts look like
Yes,
Herbert.
I just said, guys,
Yeah.
he's the most uncomfortable roster. But
He makes
4,800,
Jalen Hurts look like Aaron Rodgers in his prime.
He only, if I told you last week he rushed for 31 yards and got there,
Yeah.
would you believe me?
I mean, he obviously is doing it. I don't know how he does it. He has good players all around him. So
He does.
He wasn't using him. Kittle
Dude,
got
okay,
one
so-
target.
so
he's
you
a
wanna-
terrible play.
I want
I
to talk about uncomfortable rosters. Who do you think number 3 is this week in projected ownership?
Oh dear God, probably like Cam Newton or something.
something crazy like that. Hill, maybe.
Let me present to you one Mr. Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
Really? Ah.
I mean,
He started a few times and he was also bad.
in games that that don't matter, it's hard. Because he's starting and great, he's cheap, but that game still doesn't matter.
Right. We don't know what pieces are going to be around him.
Okay, running
I'm
back.
not playing Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Nobody's
No
playing Jordan Love.
No
And
Jordan
we're not
Love.
playing. And we're not
Number
playing.
4,
We're
number
not playing
4,
Lance
number
either. I'm just
4,
gonna let
number
you know.
5
Here,
make a lot
let me
of
just get this out. That's Lance.
No, God,
Okay.
please, no, no.
Number 4, number 5 makes
No!
sense. Taysom Hill
Okay.
and Josh Allen.
I like it.
Quarterbacks have something to play for.
I like the
Taysom
ones we
Hill,
guessed. By
Josh
the way,
Allen. Burrow's not up there on this
He's-
list.
Again,
he's also
down on
he's
the list.
questionable this week again.
He might. I don't know. I don't feel like they need him that much to win. But
Okay, running back chalk. I'm going to guess Foreman.
Jared,
I'm going to go with Kamara.
you guys surprise me sometimes.
How good we are?
No, you make the right call when you're talking about it.
So
but
it was
then-
Jonathan Taylor.
It was Jonathan Taylor. Yes.
I was
It
just,
surprises
it's
me-
never what I think it is. So I
It just
I didn't think
surprises
it'd be
me that
Jonathan
at
Taylor.
9,300 he'd be the most popular
Yeah.
play. I mean, I would think somebody like Foreman at 57. Anyway,
I thought it would have been like Adrian Peterson or something.
it makes you think the public's not good. This is why we do this.
Yeah.
Because it gives you the perception that the public is not good at
But
fantasy
we always
football.
say this: we are. It's a salary cap world we live in. We are salary cap girls.
Right? So why
And
would
so you have to like factor that in. There's going to be a lot of value this week. Jared just said it.
give us the top 5 real quick.
Jonathan Taylor, Montgomery, Connor,
I like Montgomery. But
Kamara, who we mentioned, and
I
AJ
do like
Dillon.
Kamara.
And I really
I disagree with Dylan.
with AJ
yeah,
Dillon.
I do. For
I'm
reason.
going to let people chase that because I don't want anything to do with that.
To me, I just want to stay away from the games that don't matter.
They have
Unless we just
nothing to play for.
Unless we just see somebody that we know is going to be a warrior of
I mean,
backup warrior.
if it comes out that
Somebody call him right now.
Yeah, one of the dudes up there was calling your name.
Oh, hold on, guys. You keep it going.
If it comes out that there's news that Green Bay is still going to go with A.J. Dillon, I mean, it'd be hard for me not to play him. Again, it's against Detroit. It's the team that I like to target against every single week. It
Yes,
almost
if
works
you
out
get
every
information
single
before
time.
Sunday that A.J. Dillon is
He's gonna
getting
get a full workload.
full workload,
then
play
yeah.
A.J. Dillon.
Because what I'm
Yeah,
reading
I agree.
is Aaron Jones is the one that they're going to basically rest the whole game, and A.J. Dillon's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do.
I think it's going to be the third running back.
I do too.
So
I just
It
feel
could,
like
I mean,
that's-
yeah, I can totally see
Yeah.
that, but
We'll know later this
we'll
week.
Yeah.
explore
We'll
this
know.
depth chart real quick.
We'll know later this week.
I'm going to go with P. Taylor, whoever that is.
yeah.
So I mean,
was looking at.
here's interesting ones though. Like I look, Dante Foreman is way down the list.
Well, good. We'll play him.
Good.
Penny
was last week.
was .08.
I agree. It's just very surprising to me.
I know it's so surprising.
Singletary. By the way, we talked about this, Julio, before you were here. Our
Yeah.
two running backs had to be point per dollar. Might have been the top two plays of the week.
Yes, because we played
Yeah.
Singletary, right?
Barrios might have been
Yep.
a better point per dollar play.
Yeah.
for a wide receiver.
But
But
those
our-
two running backs point per dollar, I don't know that you can get better. Than
Yeah,
what we
I think
got.
they were
I
the
mean,
best.
here's a couple other names I think are interesting to me. Is Ramondre Stevenson. I mentioned him last week. I mean,
He did.
Yeah,
You-
he splits carries with Damian Harris, but he's the better running back. He just is the better running back.
I agree. but Harris keeps getting so many touchdowns.
He does. Our boy Rashad Penny.
he's another- I think
he could be a spoiler. Like they seem to be really wanting to get him involved in the running game.
Yeah, I feel
He's
like
just if you watch him, he's just such a he's built like a first round pick.
Yeah.
Like you can now
Yeah,
see
he is.
why he's was a first round
I
pick.
mean, he had like multiple 30 to 40 yard runs.
Yeah,
this-
I mean, we definitely.
Devin Singletary again.
He's got a tough matchup this week,
He's
right?
way down
It's
the list.
Arizona. Penny's
That's
playing
not that
Arizona.
tough,
No, it's not
actually.
that bad.
Devin Singletary, the guy we played last week, he's way down the list as well.
Yeah,
So there's
Singletary's
a lot of good plays.
just getting they're making this happens. This is not just at the end of the season, the running backs become a bigger part. They try to use committees, and then as it gets to the playoff, they start to give the running back that's going to be kind of the bell cow more at the end. So Singletary breaking out is not, to me. He's just singled himself out as the best running back.
Yeah.
in that
Did you
situation.
say that Buffalo has something to play?
Yeah, they do.
for?
They
do.
And they're playing the Jets. Singletary.
Singletary's
could
a
be-
great play?
Yeah.
Could be a great play. Yeah.
I
Okay, so let's go to wide receiver.
Oh, that's the wrong button. We were trying to go with this. So we're getting the 50% piece brilliance version here. That's a lot of baseline with brilliance. In fact, do we consider? Should we just put Penny in now against the Jets?
Let's
Well, it was
Didn't you
Singletary.
s-
Against
Oh,
the
Singletary.
Jets.
That's what I meant. Should we just put
Penny
Singletary?
maybe
against-
we got to
against
say look at
Arizona.
salaries for the most
Yeah.
part. So let's go to receiver. Who do y'all think is number one?
Cup.
Yeah, easy.
Adams, number two.
Number two.
Samuel, three.
shocking to me.
Chase, four.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking. I'm gonna go.
I mean, I
with,
get it, but I don't get it.
Deontay Johnson.
I'm
He's up
gonna
there.
Go with
St. Brown, by the way, is another pivot off of Brown that we discussed.
He
That
also
we
had a
didn't discuss
blow-up
earlier.
week last
Maybe
week.
maybe Christian Kirk. That blew my mind.
He was another play we could have played instead of.
He's fairly up there.
You want me to keep going? That was another one we talked. Kirk was one we discussed, and the one we mentioned before is one we discussed.
He's kind of up there. But number two, Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson may be the most stylistically best running back or wide receiver in the.
He might be, but they have nothing
Have
to
you?
play for.
Okay, I agree with that. His route running is just so amazing. Are they in the dome? When he's in the dome, he's like 20.
They're at Minnesota. Is that? The
Yeah, I
team?
think he averages like 25 fantasy points a game in the dome.
I mean, I guess. I don't. He's like a
I
franchise.
agree
type
with
wide
you that
receiver.
I'm not trying to say it's
Yeah.
not surprising. You just haven't hit on a name of a player that I personally love as a player. Do you think Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the NFL since Tony Rice? I heard that said this week.
I mean, he looked good yesterday.
Not Tony Rice,
Sunday.
Jerry Rice. Sorry. I'm a
Jerry
Notre
Rice.
Dame fan. Tony Rice was the quarterback for
I
Notre
met
Dame.
Tony Rice.
Did you?
I met him in Toby Biocchini's.
Another shout out to Vast,
Oh,
our
really?
executive producer. Did I say Toby Biocchini executively produced?
don't-
If I
I don't
did,
know.
I said Vast Bank is our sponsor.
I think he did.
Toby is also in the hunt to get in the top 3 this week. So a
A
little
lot of
shout
people
out
in
to
the
Toby
hunt,
on that.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah,
We just keep passing everyone.
we do. We've been flying up the ranks since our
That's
57.
kind of what we call in the industry a humble brag.
Okay, let's get through this ownership so we can start building. Somebody's got court this afternoon. They would like to see me there.
Let's go.
So finish the top. That you finished the top 5 wide receivers.
Uh,
Jefferson was number 2.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. Waddle, number 3. Debo Samuel, 4. Deontay Johnson, 5th. And then Michael Pittman, 6th. Devontae Adams, 7th. Yeah, I can't see them rolling out Devontae Adams that much. Why would you?
No, Devontae Adams is a terrible play this week.
I mean, Braxton Berrios is down there.
That's why I
A.J.
think this
Brown,
production is tough.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
But
Let's flip over to tight end way. Jared does some production there.
it's all over the board and wide receiver.
Tight end's going to be all over the board, too. I'm going to go with Mark Andrews being the most highly owned.
Nope, he's 5th.
I'll pick Gronkowski. I wanted to pick Kittle, but it's Trey Lance, so I'm not going to pick Kittle.
You pick number 1 or number 4?
Does anybody want to tell me how I ended up with 3 glasses of iced tea?
So Gronk is number 1
Yeah. With
against
the bullet.
Carolina.
Yeah.
He had 10 targets.
Freiermuth is number 2.
Who?
Pat Freiermuth.
Freiermuth? Oh, for Pittsburgh?
yeah.
Is that who it is? Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Dawson Knox is 3rd. That makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah, against the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
George
it.
Kittle 4th. Mark Andrews 6th.
Yeah, I like Knox and Gronk. I'd be happy with either one of those.
I think it's time to start building, don't you think? I'm excited. I'm ready to start putting some of these plays in.
So I've put 3 in so far: Herbert, Foreman, and Taylor.
Oh, have you? You got those. Got to be juicy.
Because I heard the lock and load button, and I just entered
you
it. Whenever I
started
heard it.
locking. So we all agreed on Foreman, right?
Yeah, I like that play.
Do you
Makes
agree on
sense.
Taylor?
Yeah.
He had a monster week 8.
I don't know why he would not have a good week this week.
And are you agreeing with Herbert as being the quarterback?
I love him this week.
Yeah, I like that call too. So Jonathan Taylor, last time he played Jacksonville, he got 27.6 fantasy points.
No, he's a monster against this. Yeah, I mean it's a great spot. I agree with it. I like all 3 of them.
Yep.
I mean, I think Herbert's pretty much got all his weapons back. I think Williams is off protocol.
Are we
Keenan
playing
Allen-
naked Herbert or?
I wouldn't want to
No,
play naked Herbert. We
no.
got to get something.
No, there's no reason to play naked Herbert. He's got weapons. I mean, let's get a defense in.
Yeah,
That we made a mistake last week on our defense.
Yes,
for
we
sure.
had a
we
terrible.
did.
New Orleans was probably the defensive play that,
Yeah.
that was
I had a
there.
lot of New Orleans on my other teams, but
Yeah. New Orleans is another good play this week at 3,400. They're playing Atlanta, who doesn't have anything to play for. New Orleans has a lot to play for. I'm just kind of
Who's playing against the Giants?
who's playing against the Giants? Is that your new variable?
Yeah, it's Washington.
It is Washington.
And
They're
Mike
fairly
Lennon
cheap.
does
I
a
think.
better job at throwing to the other team than he does his own team. So I mean,
They're only 3,100. Do you like that one, Juice?
I like the Rams against Trey Lance at home.
I do too. I like that. They're both
Okay.
the same
Let's play.
price.
Let's
Yeah.
play him. I also don't think that Sonny Michel's not a bad play
No, not
to
necessarily.
pair. I'm a pair of the.
So we went with the Rams.
I think they make a little bit more sense.
I feel like if we choose not to use any of the Rams aerial game, Sonny Michel makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Because so many people play Cup. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not just 100% sold on their aerial game as it is. Like, like right now, like they're just not clicking
Right.
offensively. Where are the God, someone just mentioned. Oh, I was looking at the Colts against Jacksonville. They're kind of expensive. $3,800.
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe pair them with but we need some salary because we're going a little high.
I like the Rams. I think
I
it's
think
a
the
good
Rams
play.
are good. We
Yeah.
don't have to correlate our defense with the running back.
No, I mean,
It makes sense, but we don't have
I just
to.
want to say that the Giants scored 3 points last week, and then the week before that it was again 3 points.
so you like Washington better than the Rams?
I mean, I'd love to play anyone where an offense only scores 3 points against the person that they play.
They're the same price, so that's we got.
It's like guaranteed you're gonna get like 3 interceptions.
We've got a bit of. I mean, it makes no difference as far as team building. So it's literally.
I just really like the team against the Giants.
So something we haven't mentioned is that Jared is the investor in the show team, and so Jared has real big money on the line this week because he gets to keep the money he wins. So I don't get to keep it. I tried to work that out. Somehow we weren't able to work that deal out.
I mean, then it's your call, Jared. I mean, you play who you think.
Yeah, we're gonna let you.
I'm
I
gonna
agree,
pick-
and I
I'm gonna
think
pick
Juice will
Washington
agree that
this
you.
one. I like them both, but
If there's coin tosses, we're gonna get air on Jared.
So we're going Washington.
We're
Yeah.
going Washington. Same price, so it's not going to affect.
Yeah. I like them both. I just really love
What about Patterson
playing
this
against
week?
Mike Lennon
Do we like Patterson this week?
for
We'd
Washington.
have to play him in the flex.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I like him. He's 53 now. He only got 12. He only had 12 attempts last
I'm
week.
just spitballing here. I'm not demanding him be put in
Right.
the lineup.
I don't hate it, but I'm sure there's something better out there. I'm not, but I'd totally play him.
That's a thought. You want to keep building the lineup and see where we
Yeah.
get. Let's move over to tight end, right? Let's see what we're gonna play on tight
I'll
end.
tell you one tight end we're not playing.
Okay, let's start there.
Steven Anderson that got us 0.00 points last week.
That
That was my suggestion, by the way, in cash.
Who is
We didn't play him in cash.
We didn't?
No,
I thought we did.
pretty sure we did.
Okay. Well, I did. I played him in my cash.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't get in our cash.
I
line.
played a Jets tight end last week that I've never heard of. You got like 4
Let's
points.
just.
I
You know,
think.
we should.
Let's go to tight end.
Oh yeah, I played Yibo. He had 2 targets for the Jets. Anyways, what are we thinking for tight end?
Andrews is at his all-time high this week, 7,500.
Oof.
Kittle did nothing last week. Doesn't mean anything. Pitts at home against New Orleans.
I think he's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's. I was just gonna say he's injured. I like Ertz this week, but he's a little expensive for my liking.
Yeah.
I like Hunter Henry this week.
Higbee paid off pretty well last week.
I like Uzuma this week. I know you guys. I set that up there for you guys.
Oh,
Notice
what?
I didn't make a comment.
Uzuma?
I mean,
That is surprising.
because he keeps being a decent play, so you guys can't make fun of me that much, right?
A guy I kind of like who's been sort of coming back to relevance is Tyler Higbee.
I do like
Rams.
Higbee. If we're
Yeah.
and that's a game I think
He's
we
still 4,000.
Yeah.
we definitely want a part of that game, right? Like,
It's a cheap piece to that game.
yeah,
I do like earlier you mentioned this dude as a higher ownership guy, but Furthermouth,
Freiermuth. Yeah.
I like him too against Baltimore. He had 6 targets last week. He's 4,600, so he's a little bit more expensive than Higbee, but yeah, I could totally go with Higbee too. He had 9 targets last week.
Here's the deal. I don't. That's not a bad play, but we are really getting strapped for salary,
Right.
With our build so far. So
Higbee,
we're gonna have to find some value
right.
real quick.
The good news is there's not a ton of payout, and we're going to want Keenan Allen or Mike Williams, and they're going to be
Right.
6,700 or 7,500 or something.
Right.
The good news is there's not a lot of top shelf wide receiver stuff we're going to want to stuff in.
No,
Yeah.
there's not.
But there are some plays. I like Higbee. Did we settle on Higbee?
I like Higbee. We can do that. He's 4,000.
I think it's a good piece to a game that matters a lot.
Yep.
He's kind of been a lot more part of the offense than a lot of these guys, right? I'm good with Higbee. Okay, that leaves us an average of 5,200.
It's doable.
Should we hit wide receiver?
I think we have to.
I want to just say before I forget, I'm going to reiterate how much I like Singletary this week.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a must win for him. They're going to want to win with risk, the littlest risk possible, right? They're a team they should pretty much easily beat. Though Buffalo struggles with teams like that, right? Anyway, I'm just going to reiterate. I really like Singletary. I think he's probably my favorite running back play on the slate.
I like him too.
I'm not saying we have to demand him in, but at that flex spot, if we'll keep that.
If we can afford him,
Right.
We're gonna have to find some salary.
Yeah,
to
so
play.
let's look at the receivers. I'll be honest, transitioning over to the wide receivers. I don't have a lot of love here. We need to
No,
pair.
it's hard.
We need to pair with Herbert, right? So the best bets are going to be Keenan Allen and a 6,100 cheap Mike Williams. I mean, thoughts? Do we want to even go cheaper like Palmer? Are they in play? Palmer or Guyton this week? Are they?
I guess he's still in play. He's still got 5 targets. He got the same amount of targets as Mike Williams. Actually, he got 1 more target than Mike Williams.
Who did,
last week.
Palmer?
Palmer did.
He's somebody I think that he's going to become a bigger part of the team as it moves on. He's one of those guys that when I hear people that know or whatever they say, he's one of the names that always comes up as a guy that's a future.
Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I tell you,
receiver is gross this week.
It is.
It really is.
I mean, I wouldn't be against playing Palmer. I feel like if they have something to play for, he's locked in as the number 3 receiver. They obviously use him. He was targeted more than Mike Williams. He's been in the end zone before. We know he's got the skill for it, and he's $3,500.
Thoughts, Juice? He's still only 3,500.
He's
Yeah.
35. Yeah, he's actually cheaper than he was.
So we
last
need
week.
10 points would be brilliant out of him. We would be feeling very good about our
I
lineup.
think we could do it.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
It's going to definitely help with the savings, right?
Yeah.
Pairs up nicely with obviously with our
And the Raiders, they're not bad at guarding the pass, so it might actually make
Oh,
Keenan
actu-
Allen not as efficient and maybe open some doors for Palmer because they're not going to put as much attention on him.
I agree. I like it. I think Palmer's a good play. Plus, they're in a fast-paced.
It's a dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that gives us some of the salary relief we were seeking. We're
A little
now
bit. We still need some more.
we're sitting at
We're
5,700.
57, yep.
If we played Singletary, a good run it back with he's questionable and he's up to 5K. Okay, I was going to suggest Braxton Berrios, but
He's 5K now? Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'd rather play Lazard against Detroit, even though that game doesn't matter. Okay, so we need a good cheap receiver out of one of these games that matters.
Zay Jones has been killing it, by the way.
It's not a bad run back either.
10 targets, 120 yards last week,
Yeah.
22.
I like the Zay Jones call.
22
He's had
fantasy
10,
points.
8, 9, 7 targets the last 4
Yeah,
weeks.
he's been
Plus, they could be-
constantly used.
Hopefully behind because our
Yeah.
guy's killing it so much, right? I think that's a smart play. That's
That is
just
a
that's
very
just smart right there. Okay, so now we're down to wide receiver. God, how did I get that? Wide receiver and flex.
6,400.
60. Oh, we're great. We're in a great spot with this.
Isn't
Okay, so this is something I've noticed. When we're building good lineups, we have a lot of flexibility out of those last two positions. That we have a lot of adjustments we can make, and that's when you know that you put together a pretty good lineup. Is you got some flexibility there at these last two spots, and we can go cheap, we can go expensive cheap, we can go. There's a lot of ways we can attack these last two spots with
A
6,400.
guy I want to definitely mention. Actually,
Please do.
We could. It would fit him and Singletary perfectly. The prices, but Amon-Ra St. Brown
I love him. We talked about.
literally has had 5 weeks consecutively of 11 or 12 targets. Hasn't scored less than 20 points.
Juice. We talked about him right before as a possible change off of Brown. Our concern was with Swift coming back.
Yeah.
That's just a large chunk of receptions.
He came back last week, and it
I
didn't
know, but
matter.
he played still kind of a limited role last week, didn't he? Because every time I watched that game, Williams was in.
I don't know, but Amon-Ra, he also runs it in.
I love St. Brown. So
Yeah.
you're. I'm just saying if you're looking at I think is he playing in the dome
Let
again?
me just throw this out at you.
Okay,
We're playing Herbert, which I think we all like.
Yep.
I like Foreman. I
We've
like
got a cheap piece in that passing game in Palmer, right?
right.
Yep.
We can play Mike Williams at 6,100, and in our flex, then we got a lot of money to play with.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a lot of options. So we have Harris, Kittle, Renfro, Josh Jacobs, Rashad Penny's out there, Cordero Patterson, Gronk, Waddle, Cooks. It's a good salary range. Singletary is out there. Sony Michelle is available. There's a lot of options that we've got.
What is your favorite one?
Let me look.
You're saying if we played Williams,
Yeah.
because I want to play this game with you. Okay. Wow, you're right. There are.
A lot of good options.
Wow. Is there any savings that would get us up to Kamara?
How much is Kamara?
He's got to be like close to
8,300.
800.
Yeah.
So if we
Well,
did
we need-
him, we'd have to get someone that is $4,500 in Mike Williams.
I mean, I'd love
Yeah.
to get like Keenan Allen, but I just don't think that we have the salary to do it.
And if we did Keenan Allen, we'd go off of Mike Williams then?
Yeah, right.
Well, let's just look. Let's just put him in, see who frees up. Patterson. I don't hate that. Vaughn. Yeah, I mean, I think Patterson would be the play if we did that, right? If we went Allen. I mean, that matches with our D, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we kind of look like we know what we're doing sometimes. Check it out, Julio. This is what it looks like. Patterson,
Let me look at Patterson though.
he's going to get everything this week.
You think he's gonna get everything?
I think he'll get like a lot of receptions. I think he'll get a lot of the carries.
Yeah, you could be right. It's the Giants, so
And they're not
they
playing
could
for
just
any,
be
yeah.
running
Yeah.
constantly.
Gibson's banged up. They're
Yep.
both, the other two are definitely out this week.
I mean, so this sort of becomes a 2v2, right? So,
This is what the scenarios we want. This is
Right.
what makes this show great. We're going to debate these 2v2s.
so do we want Patterson and Keenan Allen, or do we want Williams and,
Turns out to be
let's say, Rashad Penny?
I don't love Williams. I love Penny.
against Arizona. You love Penny?
Yeah, he just looks like a stud.
I'm just afraid that's going to be Arizona wins like 28-7.
That's true. That could totally happen. Yeah.
Like
I mean, are we sure? The Arizonas look bad.
they have looked.
They
bad.
have the
That
bad
is
and
true.
Seahawks.
And
Seahawks have looked good the last few
Seahawks.
weeks.
The thing about Arizona is Seahawks are going to have like 20 more plays than they normally have because of the way the pace of the game's going to be. I don't mind. So it's Penny and Williams, who I'm not a versus. Give it to me again. Patterson and Allen.
and Keenan Allen.
I think Allen has the better floor.
Yeah.
Williams
he does.
Williams has the better ceiling. I think Patterson has a great floor this week. I don't think he has a I don't think he has a huge ceiling.
You've definitely sold me on him now.
I think for where we're at in the season.
What about we didn't talk about Singletary? Can I just bring up Singletary?
Yeah, we haven't talked about Singletary.
If we put Singletary in, let's see who that frees up.
And Buffalo's playing for what, like a bye or something?
Yeah, the division title, right? With New England, they have to. That would put us in the St. Brown. So that's another. I want to enter that 2v2 as my choice. Singletary, St. Brown.
I like
St.
that.
Brown, but it doesn't. I don't know. Like it's.
We're gonna. I mean, Detroit's playing against Green Bay's second team.
That's true. Another option. I mean, another option here we haven't thought about, but again, we're really going heavy on this game. Is Hunter Renfro's right there at 6,600?
I don't hate that double. I don't hate that double run back. I don't mind playing
What
four
was
out
the
of.
point total on this game?
It's the highest. It's
Is the
not
highest?
It's pretty much the highest.
Nice. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I really like Singletary and St. Brown.
that's my vote. Unfortunately,
I like Keenan Allen and Patterson. I like
who would Renfro? Or we could do Renfro and Singletary.
something.
Renfro and Singletary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does that work?
Yeah, Renfro and Singletary work.
How much is Renfro?
66.
66. So we'd have $200 left over.
Yeah, we could get off you could stick to this. So here, so let's just quickly go over it for the fans. Patterson is
quick,
with
real quick.
Patterson's Allen.
Do we like Foreman or Singletary more?
I love Foreman against Houston.
I love both of them. That's like asking to pick between my children. I
I
like
can't tell you which one's my favorite.
Which one's your favorite?
Singletary.
Singletary?
I like them both. I do. I like them both.
I feel pretty good about Foreman.
And Deontay, I mean, I hate to add narrative, but Foreman didn't he used to play for
I
Houston?
think so.
He's
Yeah,
in a-
he did.
He's in a Houston uniform in the picture,
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
he's
just likes
definitely.
the jersey.
right? So
Yeah, if you want to add narrative to that, it's another plus.
yeah, I think Singletary's in a smash spot, right? We can agree with that. Jets, they got to win. They want a safe win, right?
He would have had an even huger game this past week, but Josh Allen took 3 of his touchdowns.
That's always my concern with Josh Allen. It's like they'd love.
But
getting
that's a
him
great
rushing
thing about
touchdowns.
Josh Allen is he somehow ends up 1st and 1 at the 1
Yeah.
9 times a
I know.
game.
It's amazing.
Literally 9 times
It's
a
almost
game.
like the receivers fall down on purpose.
Yeah, it's I can't. They have more inside the 3-yard line offense than anybody in the league,
It's true.
and usually it's Allen. But Singletary's been getting a lot of it lately, and Moss is almost completely out of the. He played last week instead of Breida, but neither Breida or Moss are really being a part of it.
No.
We got some great choices. So for the fans, it's Singletary, St. Brown, or it's actually a Singletary, St. Brown / Renfro.
Yep.
And then we have Patterson Allen, and we have Penny Williams.
Have you guys watched St. Brown at all?
Yes, he's a very talented receiver.
Here's my thoughts. We need to have a good week.
A great week.
week.
A great week. But the way I look at this week is we have to basically
This week we could win so much money this week if we won this week.
Yeah.
Because we'd win the 500 for winning this week, and then it would instantly. I don't know that we can't be in third if we won this week.
No, that's true. But
We would.
But we also can be in third.
Some
if we have a
big
good
money
solid
week
league.
for my boy Jared. Jared could have as much as like 4,000 riding on this game.
That's awesome.
Because I think first is like 3,500 and five. Yeah, so
So we'd have to score like 60 points above. I forgot the dude's name.
if we put up, I'm going to say this right now. If we put over 200 this week, I predict we win.
It'd be awesome.
I'm going to say it.
I like that we're targeting the highest point total as far as line stars.
Oh, I think
is
we're
gonna-
totally on the crab. I think
Yeah.
we're sitting above it. It's just which two do we? We have a very solid base. I think it was smart playing Palmer instead of the other two that would normally be played. It gives us a little leverage off the field, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing we'll be the only one that owns Palmer. We'll probably be the only one that owns Zay Jones. So
Who's
even
been getting like 10 targets?
even
every
if
week?
even if Herbert, Foreman, and Taylor are highly owned, we're so different than what's likely to be out there. We're in a good spot.
Yeah, we should be pretty contrarian to the rest of the league.
Yeah, with at least Zay Jones and Palmer are going to give it a lot of contrarian shit. Would you agree, Juice?
I agree. I mean, I think our lineup, I love it. The only one I'm really like, okay, this could be
think- I
good, it
think
could
this-
be bad, is Palmer, but he's 3,500, so he doesn't need to do much anyway.
Can we
right?
agree,
Right.
since this is the last week of the season, we have so much lining on this, that we're going to make a play. We're going to put a lineup. We're going to put two in, but we're going to discuss this 2v2 situation again before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It should be readdressed before Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be in Philly and
We just-
at a sports bar, so I should.
We just need
available.
votes need to be in by like 11:30, right? Like 12:30 your time. Who final lineup?
Yep.
I'm going to vote Renfro. This I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to go. God, it's such a tough choice between Renfro and St. Brown. I'm going to go St. Brown and Singletary is my vote.
That's
right
what that's where I'm leaning right now.
now. Juice. I think you're on Keenan and Patterson. Or Keenan and Patterson makes a lot of sense with our lineup.
I think Keenan and Patterson.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. So keep that there too, right next to it, because
If I didn't,
If you
I'll be
really
honest,
think-
I'm gonna disagree with you guys a little bit. I like St. Brown and Singletary.
St. Brown.
And Singletary.
Oh, that's what we said.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you guys said Singletary and
Renfro.
yeah.
Nope, we both.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Renfro. And I said nope. I gotta go. I'm going with
Okay,
St. Brown.
I like right now.
St. Brown. I agree.
St.
Right
Brown.
as we sit
Right
at
now,
Yeah.
St. Brown,
1:04 p.m.
We
on
all agree
Wednesday
on this one. That's awesome.
St. Brown and Singletary. But if we get information,
Yeah.
there could be a big change in that.
Like if Green Bay comes out and announces that AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones are sitting out, I kind of want to go for the third string running back against Detroit.
See, I don't think that's how we play Week 18. I don't think
He's only 4,000.
I know, but it's high variance 4,000. You know what I'm saying? There's there's safer 6,000 plays than there are him at 4,000.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Because savings only matters for building the lineups. Once the lineups are built, how much you save doesn't matter. It's raw points at that point, right?
I
That's
also
true.
think Detroit is trying to build something, and I think they have a little bit of momentum.
St.
built
Brown
up
is
going
their
into
offense.
the off season, and I think they want to like end on a good
Yeah,
note.
and St.
So
Brown
they-
at home, he's
Yeah.
their star
Yeah.
attraction right now.
Right now.
They're gonna give their guy carries, and Singletary's in a great spot. I'm just gonna keep
is.
saying
They're
that.
going to
I
get St. Brown involved in the game.
Absolutely.
agree.
I think.
At
I
least
agree.
11 targets again.
You know,
this
we
week.
could go Renfro and St. Brown. I should have mentioned that too.
We could.
Yeah.
We could. I like Singletary a little bit more.
Yeah, I just want to mention that's an option we didn't talk about. Is we could pair those two. We could go Williams in one of them. We could go.
What I like about Singletary this week is, to me, he seems more like a $7,000 running back.
Yeah, for
than a
six,
$6,000.
I would agree with you absolutely.
So that's what I like about him this week is more his
He's actually-
situation and his salary.
I agree. Period. I agree. I think Singletary is a good play this week.
Yeah.
I like this lineup. This lineup I think is good. I mean, we have potential for fire, right?
Oh, yeah. I feel very good about it.
Plus, I mean, Palmer's our only real.
The only real stretch. I
Stretch.
think.
I mean, not.
We
you
really
can't-
just need a
You can't
touchdown.
call Zay Jones a stretch coming off 10.
No,
10.
10, 9, and 8.
Yeah.
And 7.
Yeah, he's got a nice floor.
The
Zay
only
Jones.
I'm not saying we do it. The only consideration I'd be making before Sunday is if we feel like there's better plays out there that we save money on Jonathan Taylor. For some reason, we don't think Jonathan Taylor's going to bust.
Yeah.
Because at 9,300, we need 30 points.
The
on
only
Jonathan.
thing I feel like we really haven't discussed in more detail, which maybe we should, is tight end.
Okay.
Because I mean, not that Higbee's expensive, but he's 4K, and there's usually people we find that are
But the problem is,
cheaper.
I'm very comfortable at the running back in the flex spots, so we're not really looking to. When we start looking for savings or change it, we need to look for move ups. Where
Right.
would we move off Zay Jones, or you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if we wanted to feel safer, we could probably move up from Palmer if we found a really cheap.
but that we'd
Well-
have to find a really cheap tight end, right, to
Yeah.
get up to like Williams or Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're gonna go Palmer, we have to play Williams or Allen.
I do love Gronkowski, so I don't know if news comes out, and I don't know. I love what we built.
What's the Tampa situation though?
They're playing. I believe they're playing for something. I think they're playing for the.
We
top
didn't talk
seed.
about them as
I
a
don't
team that
think they
mattered.
are playing for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not playing for anything.
Yeah.
I think they're just totally locked into where they're at.
I
Okay,
think-
well then I don't like Gronk as much
yeah.
anymore.
If anybody's not gonna play,
I thought they were.
Anyway, I like it. This has been a great fun season of the Pivot. I feel like we have set ourselves up for even more incredibly good
Yep.
season 3 of the Pivot.
I'm kind of hoping that no one in this league is watching our show this week,
Uh,
or it ends up watching our show.
Toby will watch it. I'm pretty confident Toby gives it a viewing. Toby, good luck, right? Let's all tell Toby good luck.
Good luck, Toby.
He's
Yeah.
in this hunt with us. I don't know where I'm going to come out. When we were 8th, I was like 12th, and I finished right behind us. So I might be in the top 10.
Yeah.
So I might be battling for some top 10. So anyway, it's been a great year. I've enjoyed it. I think we've done some great lineups. I think we've done great work on the studio. Right? I mean, we didn't even have that. I really enjoyed the addition of Emmy. Emmy, hopefully when we get we'll be here for as many shows as she can next year. We did it on a Wednesday instead of Thursday. She flies in, so
Yep.
she may not even know we're doing a show right yet. Anyway, thoughts, guys, as we conclude
Feels
the
good.
year?
Feels good.
Look for a lot of stuff. We're going to do some basketball. Julio
Yeah.
wants to slow us down, right?
I haven't been sending the head-to-heads because I feel like you guys would like.
I don't care. I like it. I
Yeah.
don't care. I can lose
I
$5
just forgot
today.
the one day. That was it.
Yeah,
No,
I'm fine. Julio's record is incredibly good. What are you winning, about 80%?
Doesn't matter.
I'd go with 100%.
We're gonna finish. Yeah,
Past the first
I've lost
3 weeks.
I've won one.
I've won twice.
So he's won.
And
the
one of
rest.
those times was because he started Embiid and Embiid wasn't playing.
Oh, I saw that.
I was literally at that game.
Yeah.
The last time we played, you didn't even enter a lineup, and 90% of my line was COVID players. I knew there was. I went and looked at it. I was like, I'm not even gonna try to figure this out.
By the way, by the way, yesterday I went to the KU OSU game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Who won?
KU.
I did.
We suck. Kansas is not good.
There's not a lot of good-
I want to go. I want this to go in the internet, the Twitter sphere, whatever the f. Like, I want Bill Self out.
Oh,
I'm
you
done
got.
with
You're
him.
not, you go. You. This was. His,
I am done with him.
he felt like this was Bob Stoops. At
His
one-
offense is boring. It sucks. He's not getting the talent anymore. We need to move on. See ya. Hopefully, he goes to OSU.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. I'd
Go
Bill
back to
Self,
OSU.
Bye. Okay.
Jared, you got things coming up?
Going
Last wedding of the century.
last wedding of the century
Wow.
officially in Philadelphia this weekend.
End of an era.
End of an era.
Right.
It's been like a decade, so I'm happy.
I told
to
him
see
if
the
I
end
ever
of
got married, he'd have to do my wedding. And I think we're in negotiations with Emmy's wedding.
it. No.
And you said you just want to be at Emmy's wedding,
I
right?
said yes. I'll attend.
Just want an invite, right?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
what I'm pushing for too. We're all pushing for invites to Emmy's wedding, right? We're all hoping to get on that
If you
list.
get married, I'll film it by just strapping a GoPro to my chest.
That's what you agreed to. Yes, I
Yeah,
forgot.
I'll do that.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna hit the button and get out of here. I'll be sad not seeing you guys every week. It was like I said, we got 18 weeks. We got 16 shows out of the 18. I
Happy
think.
yeah.
early birthday.
Oh, thank you, and
Yeah.
same to you, Juice.
Yeah, thank
Nice.
Is your January birthday too?
No, I'm in June.
Okay.
Happy early birthday.
Well, we'll have some birthdays by the next time we see you. And anyway, thanks Fast Bank, thanks Fast Crypto, thanks
Yep.
Toby for being the executive producer. Thanks Brian.
Top Shot's pumping.
Oh, thanks Top Shot.
Again, more pumps? Nice.
Thanks Brian for keeping the studio looking good. Thanks Jared for keeping this thing working. Thanks Julio for your great picks. And we'll get out of here.
It's been a fun year.
It really
Been
has.
awesome.
Yeah,
We're
I
going to do it
enjoyed
again next year.
We'll see you next year.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to run to court, guys. I'm sorry I can't stick around. Brian said my camera's frozen.
Yeah, it froze again.
You got it.
Towards the end.
Uh,